everyone. It is Dylan Walker, or Silly Dilly, whatever y'all want to call me, or that everybody knows me as now, since we changed the name. But I did a live earlier today, and yes, I did take it down. The reason? Because the internet was spastic, because I don't know if it's up here or over there. We do have an extender, it's extending out, so it'll get a little longer range of connection for me. So my iPhone 6 will work, and of course my phone, and of course my tablet, and then of course my PlayStation. But what sucks is I won't be able to do gaming streams like I thought I could. So that's a disappointment for you guys. I'm sorry. Only thing I can do is premieres, and I've got plenty of videos I can put out. So don't worry about that. That's why I'm here. I'm here to grind. I'm here to work, and I'm here to motivate and hopefully get others to jump on the train and have some fun and work with me on what we're gonna do, and also be motivated and also be inspired. But I just wanted to bring this to light. There was 2 times where I could have folded under pressure. 2 times after seeing this big guy that's, I guess, Swole Joey or something. He basically, because the things he said about Hogan, he was his inspiration and all that, and then later he goes around and apologizes, and a lot of people are just, they were just tearing into this guy after that, because some say he nuked his career, some say he did this, he did that. Honestly, you should not fold under any kind of pressure. Not from peers, not from any situation, or even to some political agenda. Always be honest and truthful, but don't ever come off as whiny. Like, just come off strong, come off focused, and come off like you know what you're talking about. I nearly folded twice. But did I? No. I won't do it. That's why I wanted to bring that. I wanted to bring this up because it was kind of in my head, but I also just kind of saw that. I'm like, really? You folded under the pressure because somebody was like harassing you, or probably DMing you, or you were getting threats in the comments, or just getting heavy criticism. I mean, yeah, you're definitely a big creator, especially if you're a musclehead. What's up, friends? Welcome in, Little Crook and Fanfalisa S. What's up, guys? But yeah, I nearly folded under the pressure. Here, I'd either say because of just manipulation or just my own thoughts alone, but it's it takes a lot for a lot of people, to fold under a lot of crap, especially if there's like just a lot of peer pressure or just like a lot of things going on that calls for you to do that. What's up, Amanda? Little Crook. What do you want me to? Okay, what's up, Soli? But the thing is, never fold under peer pressure, Amanda. But it's never good to fall under peer pressure, because it's just if you literally just give in to something somebody else is trying to get you to believe or think, and especially when you've been so true and so to yourself, if you really just give in to that, that really changes a whole different perspective on who you are. But that also changes a lot of things about you that some of your former supporters, like some of your current supporters, may eventually end up becoming your former supporters after they saw what just happened. Some will leave, some will stay, some will be there. I said Soli. What's up, Soli? It's the same Soli from Monsters Incorporated. But it's just crazy just how many people fold under so much. I see what y'all are trying to do. y'all are trying to get an arouse out of me. Usually it's over the Jeffrey Dahmer. Usually I'm on drugs, or I'm tweaking, or you either want to do all that stuff. Come on, guys. I'm sure you got something better to do than all that nonsense. But yeah, just never fold under pressure. Stay true to who you are, and be truthful, and always stand your ground and speak up, because it matters. You have a voice. Like, don't worry about what other people say. And I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. Why? Because it's who I am, and it's what I do. I'm here to entertain people. I'm here to bring people together. I'm here to work on all sorts of different content. If you look at everything on this channel, it's to bring people together. It's to make people laugh. It's to inspire. I'm also trying to build myself up as a leader, perhaps, if I can fit the role, but trying to inspire the youth and inspire people to follow him, and hopefully that'll help, encourage them to use their imagination and encourage their confidence, but also with my hopefully try to be a little more positive and try to get out of the funks that I once was in, and try to be true to who I am, and also not worried about what trolls say. I'm actually working very hard at that, and I'm not going to let y'all try to ruin my day. So what y'all say is just words. What y'all say is just words. What the heck? There you go, bro. What? What? He wants to buy a farm. That's what I'm asking him. What do you mean by that? Exactly. What the heck? So, like I said, my sole purpose is to bring people together, but also be an inspiration, but hopefully be a leader, but also build things for people to use their imagination and extend themselves, to find their goal in life, but also find their purpose and what they want to do. Because I know there is a lot of young comers that are probably into that shadow, waiting to come to the light, so they can follow under every little bit that you can. Every little bit they can to find their purpose, to find their dream, and to find their inspiration. Because it's always important to find what makes you and stand out amongst the rest. Here's the thing. Think outside the box. Don't always think in the box. If you just stay inside that box, you're really not going to go very far. You need to think outside the box so you can grow and become a very unique person that you want other people to see, that's truly you. Especially if you're genuine, you got a kind heart, you care to help people, you care to spread a good message, but also be an inspiration for others to follow in your footsteps. But for them to set their own footsteps, that sets a good message, and it also sets room for improvement, and it helps them grow. And it's always good. So I'm not gonna let sit here and let little things change me because people are trying to force something upon me. It ain't gonna work. I've been too true, and I've been too humble, and I've been too respectful. I have talked trash on this platform. I will admit that. I nearly folded on the pressure. I will admit that. And I'm not trying to sit here and give people open ammo, but I'm just trying to limit my flaws, because it's human nature, and it's what makes you human. But you also have to learn and grow from your consistent mistakes every day that you have to deal with, and able to try to perfect, but also learn from, and try to take one step at a time to be humble. To be humble, but also learn that you're human, And everybody's going to have their imperfections. Everybody's going to have their flaws. It's just what makes us us. And we have to live to those standards every day to continue to, set new rules, to set new standards, but also try to do better. Okay, Demetrius, listen here, bud. You've got some cool AI stuff, but I'm not. I'm sorry, buddy, but get out of here. Get out of here, crypto thing, bro. Get out. Go on. Get out of here. Get out of here. I don't promote no crypto stuff. No, no. I ain't trying to promote none of that. Because it almost just it's gonna, you're setting yourself up. Even if you're just trolling, don't make yourself look like an e-beggar. Don't make yourself do that, okay? That's what it looks like to me. But even if you're just trolling and goofing around, don't do that. Don't do that. No, he's trolling. He's trolling. Don't fall for that. He's trolling. It's those type of people that come looking for attention so they can get feedback, and they're trying to convince people so they can get some sort of form of money. But even if they're trolling, don't fall for that. Okay, don't fall for that. So as we were saying, like I said, I'm only trying to do what's right and speak out for people, and also continue to do what I said I was going to do. So shout out to Jamie for, he basically just told me just days ago, he's like, just do what you want to do. And that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do, and that's what I'm going to focus on. So shout out to Jamie. Thank you. But he's not the only one that told me that. There was a few others that also told me. So it's important to stay focused, grind hard, and continue to build. I'm going to continue to build myself. I'm also going to continue to help, like I said, inspire, lead by example, and hopefully try to spread the right messages and try my absolute hardest. And like I said, I'm also been trying to keep these a little bit shorter and not much of a rant. So I'm just trying to make this more fun and exciting, and hopefully people will eventually click on and see what other type of content I got. So in the meantime, if you don't want to laugh, check out what I've got. If you want to cringe out, if you want to go and say, oh, that's stupid, but hey, if you make a fool of yourself, at least you're making somebody laugh somewhere, somehow. So, yep. That's why I'm going. That's why I'm true. It's true for me to be who I've always been since day one. I'm gonna be staying true to who I am, and that's why I'm a hollow boy. I'm always trying to help people and do what I've always been doing. Set these examples and set these. Okay, now you're trolling me. You did not give him money. I don't believe that one bit. Because the only way he would have made that work is if he gave you his whole, gosh darn, his code and stuff, and his whole thing, just like Cash App. I don't believe that one bit. No. Okay, no, get out of here. I'm not believing that. Okay, get out of here. Okay, no, get out of it. Not playing that either. Go. Nope, not doing it. Nope. Sorry. I'm not going to play those games. I'm not going to fall for that. So, yeah, as I said, just like I said, here I'm always going to help people. I'm always going to uplift people, and I'm always going to inspire. That's what I want to do with my life, man. So my goal, like I said, is to eventually reach it one day where hopefully I can figure out where I can eventually figure out where I could be a voice actor one day. I don't know where, but if I ever see something around here, some sort of flyer or something, it'd be very interesting to see where I can go. But right now, I'm going to continue with voiceovers. I'm going to continue with the storytelling. I'm going to continue with what I've been doing and keep you guys entertained and keep inspiring and keep uplifting people. I probably sound very tired. I am. So I got a compilation I just put together. I got to just edit it, and I'll have it ready to go tomorrow. So yeah. Another thing, I'm gonna continue to. Okay, I've said that already. All right, y'all. I'm gonna continue to do what I'm gonna do. I'll catch y'all in the next one. And please, guys, remember, I will get the compilations that I'm gonna do here. Funny, cringy, stupid things #7. Then the compilation with me and the boys. And if y'all want a compilation where I'm looking like an absolute dork, we can do it. If y'all want it, just let me know in the comments. And if this thing privates, it's because of what I used recently. I just have to establish what is the more frequent thing that I use, so it'll hopefully stay public. And if this thing keeps privating, it's because there were certain things that I was privating on my channel. So once I do more of that, hopefully that fixes the issue. Oh, I'm not thinking. I'm tired. Energy's. Oh no, I crashed. Alright, y'all. Silly dilly out. Y'all have a good one. I'm tired. I did what I needed to say. If I need to come back and do this one again, I'll do it all over again. I don't care. So, I'll catch y'all later. Have a good one.